You just bought a Nintendo Switch 2. So tell me this, do you really want to spend another $70 on one game? Good news, you don't have to. Some of the best games on the system are completely free to play. So put your credit card away. Here are the top 10 free-to-play games on Nintendo Switch 2. We are starting off with the only battle royale that makes losing feel like a slapstick comedy routine. Fall Guys is basically a 60-person stampede through a physics-defying obstacle course. Let's talk about your wallet. This game went free to play a while ago, and it's one of the friendlier economies out there. You have showbucks for the premium skins, but the monetization is strictly cosmetic. You cannot pay to run faster, you cannot pay to jump higher. Dropping $20 might make you look like a neon Godzilla, but it won't save you from falling into the slime. And on the Switch 2, it is finally the experience we deserved. We are talking a locked, buttery smooth 60 frames per second. The colors pop, the input lag is gone, and the beans look crisp enough to eat, though please don't eat them. That's weird. It is soccer with rocket-powered cars. If you haven't played this yet, I assume you have been living in a cave on Mars. Rocket League is the definition of easy to learn, impossible to master. Now, let's talk money. Since Epic took over, the loot crates are gone, replaced by blueprints and the rocket path. Is it free? Yes. Is it pay to win? Absolutely not. You can buy the fanciest, most expensive car in the shop, and I promise you, you will still miss that open net. The only thing you're buying here is style, not skill. For Switch 2, we are looking for one thing: 120 frames per second. The game is pure physics, and input lag is the enemy. If this console can push high refresh rates, you finally won't have to blame the hardware when you accidentally score an own goal. Look, we all know the history here. Overwatch 2 launched, it was a mess, and they locked heroes behind a battle pass. But credit where it's due, they fixed it. As of right now, every single hero is free. You don't have to grind, you don't have to pay. You install the game, and you can play as anyone from Tracer to Mauga instantly. The only thing you pay for are the skins, which are, let's be real, way too expensive. But you don't need a $40 Mythic skin to push the payload. On Switch 2, we are in a weird spot. Right now, it runs the old Switch version via backwards compatibility, which means it is still capped at 30 frames per second. Blizzard, please. The hardware is there. Unlock the frame rate. We know you can do it. If League of Legends is for people who hate themselves, Pokemon Unite is for people who just want to dunk points with a Snorlax. It is a streamlined, 10-minute MOBA that strips away the boring stuff like buying items mid-match and focuses purely on brawling. But let's address the elephant in the room: the monetization. Is it pay to win? No. You can reach the highest rank without spending a dime. However, the cosmetic prices are absolutely insane. We are talking $40 for a single HoloWare skin. $40 for a digital costume. That said, if you ignore the overpriced outfits, this is legitimately one of the best pick-up-and-play games on the system. It's perfect for a quick match on the couch, it's not overly sweaty, and honestly, watching Pikachu slap a Charizard will never not be funny. If you want to play Super Smash Bros. But you are broke, Brawlhalla is the answer. It is a platform fighter where the goal is to knock your friends off the stage, but instead of Mario and Link, you have the most insane crossover roster in gaming history. Where else can you see The Rock fighting SpongeBob SquarePants while Master Chief watches? The roster is a fever dream. The monetization is super clean too. You have a rotation of free characters every week, or you can pay a one-time fee to unlock everyone forever. No pay to win, just pure chaotic skill. On Switch 2, this is the ultimate bring-to-a-party game. It runs flawlessly, the netcode is fantastic, and because the controllers are still detachable, you can start a fight with your friends literally anywhere. If you prefer your games to move at Mach 10 while sliding down a hill, Apex Legends is your new home. This is the battle royale for people who think Fortnite is too slow and Call of Duty is too flat. Let's talk about the economy, because this is published by EA, and they really like your credit card. The game itself is 0% pay to win. However, if you want a heirloom, which is basically a fancy digital knife to spin around, get ready to drop over $100. It is cheaper to buy a real sword on Amazon. For new players, be warned, the main mode is brutal. You will spend 20 minutes looking for a backpack, only to get eliminated by a pro player before you even see them. Luckily, they added arcade modes where you can actually respawn after you die. It is the only way to practice shooting without spending half your night staring at a game over screen. We are taking a hard left turn from shooting people in the face to holding hands and flying. Children of the Light is less of a video game and more of a spiritual experience. You fly around beautiful clouds, solve simple puzzles, and honk at strangers. The monetization here is surprisingly wholesome. You can buy candles for cosmetics or a season pass for extra outfits, but there is no winning or losing here. You can't pay to fly faster. You are mostly paying to look cute while you hug your friends. It is the least predatory free-to-play game on this list. On Switch 2, this thing is going to be a masterpiece. The art style is already gorgeous, but with better lighting and higher higher resolution, it's going to look like you are playing a living painting. Just don't blame me if you cry during the ending. Everyone cries. We are calling this the Undead King of free-to-play. Omega Strikers is a lightning-fast 3 vs 3 foot brawler. The goal is simple: smash the puck into the enemy's net. The twist? You can also smash the enemy players off the stage. It is sports mixed with a gladiator arena, and it is incredibly addictive. The gameplay loop is perfect. Matches are short, intense, and require actual skill. Best of all, the monetization is extremely fair. You can unlock every striker just by playing. The only things you really pay for are skins and emotes to taunt the goalie you just destroyed. It runs perfectly on Switch too because, well, it runs perfectly on a toaster. It is lightweight, fast, and remains one of the best multiplayer experiences you can have for $0. If you want a game that respects your time and your wallet, look no further than Warframe. This is the game Destiny wishes it could be. You play as a space ninja, you run across walls, and you blow up entire planets of enemies. The sheer amount of content here is absurd. You have open world, spaceship battles, a full story campaign that takes hundreds of hours, and it is all completely free. The monetization is the gold standard. You can trade in-game items with other players for the premium currency. That means if you grind hard enough, you never have to spend a real dollar. For Switch 2, the developers have confirmed a native version is coming in 2026, but until then, the backwards compatibility mode should finally run at a stable frame rate, meaning you can actually see what you are shooting at for the first time in portable mode. Look, you knew this was coming. It is the Thanos of video games. It is inevitable. Fortnite. Epic Games has turned this into more than just a battle royale. You have LEGO Fortnite for the survival fans, Rocket Racing for the speed freaks, and Fortnite Festival if you miss Guitar Hero. It is 4 games in one, and they are all free. On Switch 2, this is the showcase title. Unreal Engine 5 features like Nanite and Lumen are finally enabled, meaning the lighting looks realistic and the trees don't look like cardboard anymore. It is the definitive free-to-play experience, and nothing else even comes close. And that's the list. 10 great games you can jump into without spending any money. Did we miss one? Any hidden gems we ignored? Tell us in the comments. If you enjoyed this, hit like. It really helps. And if you're new here, subscribe. More Switch 2 content is coming. Thanks for watching. See you next time.